Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your December 2022 reading. So we're going to look into the energies of this coming month for you, last month of 2022. So let's take a peek. Now I've been starting the astrology readings with a card from the Soul Truth deck. So we'll pull a card from this deck. It's a self-awareness card deck. I think it's really fantastic, very detailed. Now, this is the new moon in your sign. So if you're sun, moon, rising, this is your moon, or excuse me, yeah, this is your moon, your new moon. And I would also watch for your rising sign. So if Sagittarius is your sun, I would also check out your rising sign horoscope because that can be sometimes even more accurate than the sun sign. And I know that it's brought me a lot of insight looking at astrology from a whole sign perspective there, which puts your rising sign in your first house of identity and personality. All right, guys, let's take a peek. Let's pull a card here from this deck. Now, Scorpio, a card would not fall from this deck for Scorpio, so I had to forego this deck. So let's see, Sagittarius, December 2022. Let's take this one. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Wow, Sagittarius, this is your new moon. So new moon, new cycle, new identity, rebirth, regeneration. Letting go of something to begin a new cycle. The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is, even lower than anger. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? This is probably so far the most powerful reading, and I have 3 more signs to do after you. So you're my 9th reading. This is very powerful, Sagittarius. So the action you can take is heal the shame by giving it a name. So share the shame with someone, speak it out loud because shame doesn't like to be spoken. And if you'd like to delve further into shame and you haven't heard of this wonderful woman named Brene Brown, she's a shame researcher. I believe it's at the University of Houston. And she, either that or University of Houston. And she's done several TED Talks. She's incredible. And she actually got shamed doing one of her shame talks. But, go figure. So we need to bring shame into the light in order to heal it. You need to talk about it. You need to share it. Let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is, ? Fill in the blank. Great exercise to do on the eve of the new moon. Now, if you're catching this and it's already the day after the new moon, if it's November 24th, then it still applies. You're still very much in the window of opportunity to create those intentions for this new moon because the energy carries about 6 months. Yeah, 6 months after this new moon, okay? We'll have a corresponding moon in 2023 and you'll be able to look back and see how far you've come. I think that'll be June. I believe that'll be June's energy. If I did my math correct in my head, which is possible that I didn't. Quite possible. If you'd like a personal reading, you can book with me below. And let's pull some tarot cards. Sagittarius, your new moon in Sagittarius today. This is especially applicable if Sag is your rising. So tomorrow I'll finish up the other 3. I've got Capricorn, I've got Pisces, and Aquarius. Finish those up probably tomorrow morning for you guys on Thanksgiving here in the United States. All right, what do we have for Sagittarius, December 2022? Let's take a look. So interesting. All right, interesting. Movement, choices, decisions. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles can indicate that you have some movement that is taking you even out of the country or out of your locale, your city, or your neighborhood. But it usually is long distance planning, long distance maybe relocation. So Sagittarius, the archer, what are you aiming for? I guess, what is your goal with this next cycle? Now this came out not only in several of this is the 6 of Swords, by the way. Not only did this come out in several of the readings, it came out in several of the astrology readings and also in the November reading and the new moon reading. So this is coming out everywhere. This is a rite of passage. It's an initiation. It's a signal that something is shifting and something is changing, and you're moving on from something. You're moving on from something that no longer works, that no longer fits. This is a much, much needed and desired journey to leave the past behind. What better day to receive this message than on the day of the new moon, Sagittarius? Now, you also have the 8 of Wands. This is an energy that is connected to the spiritual element. This is the mind. This is the physical element. So the only one that's missing here is water. So you've got your bases covered pretty well. But we just came out of Scorpio season. So we covered the water energy, and almost everyone is ready to be out of that season. Because with Scorpio season came the eclipse in Scorpio, which fell in our collective south node. So everyone's like, man, I am ready. Like the eclipses eclipsed out what they needed to, things changed, things, dropped out of my life, and now I'm ready to just move forward. So you're gonna see some accelerated, fast moving motion in December, Sagittarius. And this is it's gonna ask you, this isn't easy, this isn't easy for any of the signs. But this is gonna ask you to make decisions and choices. Like, which door are you gonna choose? The way I always looked at this is, you see the rings here. So this would be like wedding or love or romance. You see your pentacles, your coins, you see growth, and then you see freedom. So it's like, what are you choosing? Are you choosing freedom, growth? Are you choosing commitment? Are you choosing stability, foundation, building your support and foundation? What is it that you're choosing? Because whatever it is, you're going to be moving quickly through this rite of passage. It's an accelerated motion that's going to take you to the other side of this. Something difficult is coming to an end. Now, in traditional tarot, this indicates that you're traveling, because oftentimes the 6 of Swords, you've probably heard me speak about this, is depicted as a journey, and it's usually a journey over water or a journey in a boat. So, and what you'll see is, like in this card, like, sort of like the shadowy energy, the darker energy, and then moving into the light, moving into, this is a fall or autumn type energy. So moving into something different, something that feels different, something that looks different. But calmer waters are ahead. The stormy seas are now behind you, Sagittarius, because you've learned what you needed to learn. And now you can move forward, embarking on that new journey. And you don't have to worry about learning lessons, because we've done the learning, we've done the healing. Now we've done the integration. Now we're receiving downloads, and there's some uploads that are occurring as well. And we're going through this it's kind of like a cellular crash, so that we can be rebuilt from the cellular level. And from that level, you pursue the next chapter, the next endeavor, the next passion. Sort of like a cellular storm, an energetic storm that's happening right now. This is a really good card, guys. This is a card of hope, as you can see, wishing upon a star. It's acceleration, it's flight, it's movement, and it's an ending to delays. I apologize for the coughing, guys. I've done a lot of readings over the past 2 days, so I think it's just probably I'm going to take a break after your reading to rest my throat, but thank you for singing with me. So the 8 of Wands. Luck is definitely on your side. You might be feeling enthusiastic, Sagittarius, and you're heading rapidly in the direction of something that's going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, and the pursuit of happiness, but also abundance and also stability. So good time to manifest, and a really good time to visualize with a Sagittarius new moon for you. So if there's anything you need to act on now, take advantage of it, because this is a really good environment. It's a really good opportunity right now to take action. All right, so we're going to look at your hero's journey and see where you're at. I've been doing this for all of the signs, and we'll also pull an animal card from the animal deck to see which animal is lending its wisdom and medicine to you, Sagittarius, for December. All right, we have, please, the Hero's Journey card for Sagittarius, December 2022. Thank you. Afterglow, you've actually got 2. Afterglow, land gracefully. This is the end of the Hero's Journey. So something is coming to an end, and you're being asked to kind of gracefully land back down on earth, because you've been taken to the highest highs, And you don't want it to feel like a crash and burn when you come back down to earth. You want to take the elixir and the wisdom and the lessons and the knowledge that you've gained from this experience, but you want to apply it now towards the direction that you're heading in. So this can be challenging because when you've been in the ethers and you've been in those higher vibrations, it can feel like, oof, earth is really, really heavy. So you're learning how to be both human and ethereal at the same time, right? You've had this soul-altering experience, Sagittarius. You've gone to far-off lands and distant horizons, and you've really been shook to the core, is what I feel like. And there is so much positivity in your reading. This is probably the most positive reading that I've had out of all the signs, because even though this is challenging, you're like, every sign has something pretty challenging to work on. So you're working on shame. It's the lowest vibration. We need to get you out of that energy, but you're moving on. This is a great card. You're moving towards brighter skies. You're moving towards calmer seas in your life. Things are going to be more balanced, and things are going to be easier from here on out. But you do have some choices and decisions to make. And these are going to be very important choices and decisions. You don't want to take these lightly, but you do want to act on the conditions at hand. Because you've got the elixir. I mean, you're coming back with your own medicine. You're coming back as your own guru. You're coming back as your own teacher, as your own guide, which is what I always enforce and what I always advise. And now you're in this energy of like, okay, so now I'm coming back with the elixir, and you're attracting, this is like as magnetic as the sun card. It's full of hope and positivity. It radiates joy. It radiates abundance. You're radiating this. You're literally a radiator, Sagittarius. You're radiating, and you're therefore magnetizing everything that you want to you. So this is a really, really hospitable time for you to act on your dreams and your goals and your desires, and practice radical gratitude for the blessings that have shown up in your life and for all that you've learned on your journey. You've risen to such a high level, and even think about adding the challenges to your gratitude list. Like, I am grateful for the people that have challenged me. I'm grateful for the situations where I thought I wasn't going to be able to rise up from them, but I did. Just being grateful for everything that's in your path, Sagittarius. Everything matters. Everything counts. Cougar, assertiveness, grizzly bear power. Wow. Okay, definitely the most positive reading. I am excited for you, Sagittarius. All right, let's look at this one, because this was the first one to pop out there from the deck. In silence, you find power. Okay, so don't be afraid of alone time. Don't be afraid to spend time by yourself, and don't be afraid of your own silence. Cougar is stealth. Cougar acts behind the scenes. Claim your leadership and take action. Every single sign is being asked to take action right now and assert and declare their independence. You know where to go and what to do, and you have the courage and confidence to succeed. Absolutely. Like, luck is on your side, Sagittarius. You definitely have the courage. You have the power. You have everything that you need, but you have choices to make, and you've really got to work on releasing anything that's bringing you shame, anything that's lowering your vibration. Now, grizzly bear he represents power, because if you think about it, he has a strong superpower, and that's his intuition. He trusts where it leads him. He has a very strong nose and sense of smell, and that's what keeps him fed. But he also can sense when danger is afoot, and he knows where to keep his distance. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. I mean, look at this. You've got two cards talking about success. Success and luck are on your side. It's inevitable, Sagittarius, in December. So if things have been rough, if things have been challenging, and these decisions have been hard because maybe you've had to let people go or things go and things seem really bleak, you're about to turn a corner. You're about to turn a corner. So I hope this has been helpful, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next month, and take good care.